The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Rule. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping the news tonight, the U.S. Coast Guard is searching for a Texas man who went missing during a commercial shark diving expedition about 20 miles north of West End. According to U.S. media reports, the captain aboard the commercial dive vessel, the Shearwater, told the authorities that 63-year-old John Petty of Texas never resurfaced after shark diving with 8 other people Sunday night. Now, reports say the U.S. Coast Guard continued the search today with air and sea crews in waters north of Grand Bahama. A spokesman for the Bahamas Air Sea Rescue Association telling ZNS News late this evening that BASRA's role has been limited in this case and that the U.S. Coast Guard is spearheading the search. In other news, the interest level continues to build for the government initiative that will extend duty-free concessions to East and West Grand Bahama. Now tonight, a leading businessman is giving his take on this bold initiative and how he believes it will impact these untapped communities. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
As the government continues to fine-tune its plans to extend tax exemption to East and West Grand Bahama, the initiative comes as welcome news for many. Among them, veteran businessman Ambrose Cawthrow. This local entrepreneur believes that the new tax incentives could prove very beneficial for this island's overall growth and development.
It's an excellent idea. I think anything that encourages investment in this island will be a boon for not only this island but for the whole Bahamas. And without a doubt, we're underutilizing this area, and anything that can be done to bring investment, whether it be Bahamian investment or otherwise, I think it's an excellent idea. I think they're on the right path.
While the initiative seeks to stimulate the economies east and west of Freeport, when it comes to getting opportunities, Cawthrow is calling for Bahamians first. Powering Bahamians and obviously them getting a part of the economic pie as well. Do you think this augurs well for that as well?
Well, I think it could be utilized in the right way if we as Bahamians can take the opportunities that are offered and are not considered. I don't know how I'm going to put this, but but are considered first in line for these opportunities rather than second in line. I think yes, absolutely. I think Bahamians from all over the Bahamas, not just Grand Bahama, are looking for opportunities, and what better place?
While this business leader supports development, he notes that there are several factors to consider. He also weighed in on the proposed mega project by the Kylan Group for East End.
The east end of the island is such a pristine, beautiful place. I would hate to see it earth moved. I'd hate to see the environment ruined. You know, it's a great part of Grand Bahama Island, just like West End is. And no, I'm not in favor of it.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
The Bahamas Hotel and Tourism Association attempting to bridge the gap between classroom and the tourism sector. The association hosted a special seminar for teachers on Grand Bahama. The goal of laying the foundation for improved service culture in the years ahead. Megan Shepard has this story.
For the week ahead, both public and private teachers will cross-train in the tourism industry. For 2 days, they will participate in tourism excursions, and then they will have 2 working days in various companies. Manager of the Hotel and Tourism Association, Charmaine Johnson, says the objective is to have teachers take their real experiences into the classroom and change the mindset of what the tourism industry truly entails.
This has been the best response we've had to date. We rounded off at about 50 on Friday and ended up at about 54 this morning. So we're very excited about that. What that says to us is there is definitely interest in the program. We're seeing the results of the efforts. We could not have done this really without the support and the collaboration of the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Tourism, the Tourism Board, and most of all our industry partners, because it's a week long of activities, but they're actually 2 working days. And so our partners in tourism have opened their doors to allow our educators to actually get a hands-on first experience with each of the products that we have here in tourism.
Deputy Director of Education Sandra Edgecombe noting the importance of this partnership and says it can only be of great benefit to the future generations.
The time has come for us to partner and not just to talk about it, but to actually work it. And so together with these two ministries joining hand in hand, we have to be successful because we're going to look out for each other. We understand each other's needs, and so we're going to do everything possible to make sure it works, because whether we realize it or not, all of us are dependent on the tourism product. And if we are able to transfer some values, for instance, to our children, then our country can only become a better country.
This year's theme is Teachers Meeting the Challenge to Bring About Change. Director of Training in the Ministry of Tourism, Ian Ferguson, telling teachers to focus on the changes that are truly needed in the country. He says as the world, society, and children change, teachers must be able to adapt.
One of the things that we will be focusing great attention on is having teachers walk through some of those changes that are adversely impacting the social fabric, the moral fabric of our society. That results in criminal activity, that results in lack of industry, lack of entrepreneurship, and helping us so that because we are conduits as educators, we are the vessels that blessings essentially will flow through.
As the program continues to grow, officials say they hope to see more educators getting involved. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
The Bahamas National Festival Commission working to pull off its inaugural event next year. The high-level entertainment experience is projected to afford Bahamians the opportunity to express themselves before a global audience. As Natalie Martinborough reports, some Grand Bahamians are now examining the carnival idea.
Members of the commission came on the carnival mission with a presentation and a discussion to get a feel of the views of Grand Bahamians and general feedback on the carnival concept.
Noted
Junkanua Ken Ferguson says he believes the carnival idea is too Nassau-centric and could be devastating to Junkanoo as we know it.
With all fairness to the commission, I would like to get some more information before I make a concrete decision on what I, as a Junkanoo, or our organization as a Junkanoo group would do. But as it relates to what I've heard so far, I'm not too satisfied with what I'm hearing. I need some more clearance.
Pastor Simeon Oughton believes Grand Bahama and other islands can benefit once the carnival concept is taken out of New Providence.
I commend the committee for coming here to Grand Bahama. I suggest, as others, that an abbreviation of the celebration should be done not only here in Grand Bahama, but in all the other islands, so that the tourists and the natives alike can feel the spirit of carnival through how we celebrate. I am a gospel recording artist, and I look forward to putting my band on a super trailer and celebrating gospel music from the Bahamian spirit.
And states that a Freeport carnival could be the event to get cruise passengers off the ships for a night of entertainment in Freeport. Terrell Tynes Wilson believes the concept is refreshing, but says some issues would have to be addressed if a Freeport festival is to take off.
From my point of view, I think that there's a lot of negative information that's being given to the tourists prior to them even arriving on island. So they're on the cruise ships and they're hearing a lot of negative things about the country and about our islands. Until you're on the ground in Grand Bahama functioning, you would have to then work step by step to make it possible and profitable.
Coordinator of the carnival visit to Grand Bahama, music producer Dave Mackey, is commending the government for the carnival idea.
It allows us to be able to get a part of this sort of economic pie by sort of creating a new event and not disturbing what's already there, but creating a whole new event that allows a whole wide sector of people to become involved, people who design costumes, people who are painters, people who are, any aspect of the arts, crafts people. So it allows a lot of opportunity for more people to become involved. So it's, like I keep saying, it's exciting.
The Bahamas Carnival is planned for May of next year. Natalie Martinborough, ZNS Network News.
In fact, that's one of the reasons. In news from the crime beat, a suspect who was reportedly injured during an alleged armed robbery in Freeport 2 months ago had his day in court. 20-year-old Kogan Newbold of Mayfield Park was arraigned before Magistrate Charlton Smith on Monday. Now, he was not required to enter a plea and was remanded to Fox Hill Prison. According to police, in May of this year, the suspect entered a home in the Freeport area and attempted to rob the homeowner. Newbold is expected to return to court on August 26 for a preliminary inquiry. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Bahamians are still celebrating the elevation of Dame Marguerite Pindling to the post of Governor General. The wife of former Prime Minister, the late Sir Lyndon Pindling, is the first non-parliamentarian and second female to become head of state. Tonight we speak with a prominent Androsian who says Dame Marguerite's elevation is a significant achievement for all. He has made a name for himself in the security field. This native of Andros moved to Grand Bahama back in 1983. But he says he has vivid childhood memories of Dame Marguerite Pindling during his formative years in the Big Yard. Businessman Cleveland Duncan says he is proud of the woman who is known as the Barefoot Girl from Andros.
Just about on every event that Mr. Pindling would come home, as a little boy, me and my brother, Clayton, when Mr. Pindling would stop by Daddy, me and Clayton would go into the field, so to speak, or the farm, to get corn or something and roast with Mr. Pindling. So it's a bit of fun memories.
As a fellow Androsian, Duncan says he is proud to know that Dame Marguerite sits in the highest office in the country.
Remembering her as a schoolboy, when she was responsible or the chairperson of the Red Cross, every year, we used to have the Red Cross Fair at the high school in South Andros. And she would be down there all the time. I met her once or twice. And one of the times we had an event, maybe my brother took a photo with her. Of course, that was after I left high school. That's when I went back to home. And I think out of the Red Cross fairs every year in South Andros, it spawned the now infamous homecomings every year.
He adds that her story is one for all islanders to follow.
Says that not just because you born or grew up on an island or remote-ish island doesn't mean that you cannot ascend to the highest office in the land.
Since the announcement of Dame Marguerite Pindling's appointment, she was faced with harsh criticism.
I think it is very important for us to put political differences aside, because I think that in the Bahamas, one way or the other, they say most people support either a political party. And the government of the day or the prime minister of the day, I think he should have the right to choose whomever he sees and who he thinks is fit to hold that office. And I think that the person who's now in that office fits the criteria to be inside that office. And I think that's a good choice for him to make.
He's leaving this important message with all Bahamians.
All of us should support the Governor General who represents the Queen and the Bahamas, because she represents all of us regardless of what political persuasion she may hold.
The IPAC 4 College Seminar in Day 2 at the Precious Acres Complex on Queens Highway. The week-long seminar is geared towards preparing high school students for college life. Megan Shepard has that story.
The IPAC for a College Seminar moving full speed ahead with helping young people prepare for the transition to college, which can often be intimidating. Students were able to interact with the presenters and get answers to their most pressing concerns. Lashanda Walgoose offered tips on how to succeed in the classroom.
I told them, first of all, to, attend class. Very important, get organized, make sure your class schedule is something that you can handle. I spoke about studying, a lot of kids don't have really good studying habits, so I tried to point them towards some study habits. I told them to have fun, enjoy it, don't stress. Even though it's classes and it's college and you're there to go and succeed, don't freak out, you can do this.
As college isn't all about business and there must be some sort of balance, Lynn Freno outlined 10 important tips on selecting friends in college.
So anywhere from attending orientation and participating, joining clubs, joining study groups, introducing yourself around campus, checking out Greek life, partying. I've included just about everything to get them on the right track of meeting friends and making lasting friends in college.
Two of the attendees who will soon make the life-changing transition say the seminar has been very informative thus far.
Yesterday we talked about how it would be when we go to college and how we would miss our Bahamian life here and the culture shocks and all that. And I'm going off to college soon, so I'm getting a lot of information about how I should carry myself and how I should be responsible.
Today we just learning more about keeping ourselves focused in college, how to balance everything and have fun and balance our classes, like the 100 classes, 200, 400, whatever. But I think it's very helpful because the tips, some of these things that I didn't know, I'm learning more about how to choose my classes properly, how to find friends, and I think it's very informative.
Coordinator Stephanie Burrows says she is pleased with the group of students as well as the presenters. She says space is still available to all interested students.
I am so impressed of the amount of questions that the students are asking, and really good questions, because it is so good because too they are meeting their individual needs by them asking those questions. And if you would like to join, please come. We're still going on for the rest of the week, and we would invite you. We still have space for some more, and I am sure that if you come, you would be surprised and you would be so happy that you had decided to be a part of it.
The seminar will feature various speakers for the rest of the week. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Bahamas Engineering and Technology Advancement Consortium, or BETA, is seeking to host an engineering camp in the nation's capital. The team of Bahamian and Bahamian American engineers, scientists, and technologists have come together to strengthen science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM, education in the Bahamas and provide opportunities for Bahamian students in the field of engineering. Now, the camp to be held at the College of the Bahamas July 28 through August 1st. It will focus on 6 streams of engineering. Coordinator of the event and Vice President of BETA, Trinika Roll, says they hope to provide hands-on training for some 60 students.
It really depends on the amount of people, the people that we have within our group. So we have civil engineers, we have biomedical engineers, mechanical, aerospace, chemical, computer engineering. So we decided to just, since we have a diverse group of engineers within our group, we decided to just split it up according to our backgrounds. And so we have 6 engineering streams, and our hope is to have 10 kids per engineering stream. So at the end of the experience, we want us to be able to have an understanding of what engineering is, and possibly even want to pursue a career in the field if they desire to do so, as well as just some exposure that would help them understand better what engineering looks like. And actually, there are more Bahamians who actually are part of this that live just like us and did it, and so can we.
Now, this camp will cater to students in grades 7 through 9 with an interest in engineering. Roll, a graduate research assistant in mechanical and nuclear engineering, says they are looking for 10 students from Grand Bahama, and BETA will fund the trip. She says BETA wants to give Bahamian students an early glimpse of the many facets of engineering so they can build a successful career.
They're going to be learning about their particular engineering discipline, and they'll do like a lot of hands-on activities. And throughout the camp, what we're going to do is have the kids at the end of the week do a technical demonstration exhibition where they kind of like we'll have people come in and maybe even have their parents come in and actually demonstrate whatever particular activity they learned throughout the week, and have them demonstrate that to the public, to their parents, to us, the camp instructors, to kind of test their knowledge. But also what we're going to do is we're going to present different pressing current Bahamian issues that might have a STEM solution. And what we're going to do is have the kids from within each stream, so 6, so basically 1 student from each stream, they're going to partner up to become a team, and they're going to solve some problem or some issue that the Bahamas is currently facing, but from a science, technology, engineering, and math perspective.
Now, if you are interested in attending the engineering camp, you can log on to www.betac242.com. That's www.betac242.com. Stay with us. Ricardo Lightborn has a check on sports when we come back.
everybody. Welcome to Sports and Mercado Lightborn, dedicating Sports Tonight to Gwen Simonette Pinder as well as Ron Woodside, Kirk Spaghetti Tynes, and Cheryl Strawn. They've all got one thing in common. That is their age. Very old. And Carrie All Stewart also celebrating. Yep, that's Kevin's little girl. Kevin Stewart, you know, the guy who hates the heat? When you find him, it's Start Oil. That's where you find him. The Caribbean Baseball Stadium will be the venue for the Caribbean Regional Baseball Tournament. It all starts on Friday, folks, and our kids are ready to play. The Bahamas will have two teams in the Caribbean Regional Little League qualifying tournament, which starts July 18th to the 27th. The Grand Bahama players have been working out daily at the Caribbean Baseball Park. Sidney Thomas will manage and coach the team, and he says it's just about shaking off some rust.
That's what we're doing right here with the team. We're doing a lot of conditioning right now because, you know, we got a full week ahead of us of baseball, something what these kids ain't really used to. So we got a short time, and we're trying to pack in a lot of conditioning work right now and the kids right now to get them just to be in some kind of shape to compete with these teams who've been playing games like 50, 60 games a year, where we only play 10 to 15 games a year.
The Grand Bahama players are excited about the upcoming tournament and feeling pretty good. Coach Brian Hanna likes the makeup of the squad and the possibilities.
Just 1 week to go. So what we're just trying to do is just refine some of the players and keep the pitchers warm, keep them in shape, keep their bats live, and along with that, it's just a little light conditioning just to keep them breathing. That's about it, because the tournament starts on Thursday, and our main goal is to just execute. If we could execute, then I'm sure we'll walk in and walk out very well.
The excitement of playing for the Bahamas is slowly sinking in for the players like Robin Morgan and Man Ryan. They are ready to play.
Feels good to be on the team. It takes hard work if you want to place or come first, and it's been a pleasure.
Okay, what's the practice been like for you guys?
Rough. Hard work.
You feel like you guys could do well in this tournament?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about you, young man? What's the practice been like, and how you feel about being in this one?
It's been kind of hard, and I think it will help us to do good inside this tournament, and I hope that we come out with the victory.
Good bat, good glove, everything else. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Sure?
Yes, sir.
All right. What about you, young man? You got some work in today. How you feel you are at this point? How you feel about being on this team?
I feel good to be on the team. Practice was hard work. You just have to swing our bats and just listen to the coaches sing. Don't listen to nobody your defense.
Make no mistake about it, the Bahamas teams will have a wealth of baseball talent, and it's all about the 2-4-2. Well, actually, the team will start arriving, folks, on Wednesday. Some 8 countries are going to have a welcome reception scheduled for Friday night, and then the official opening is all systems go for Saturday at 1:30. District Administrator Little League Baseball, Eddie Claude, says it's a full speed ahead for the local organizing committee, and they've got everything in place for our sluggers to start playing baseball.
The organizing committee of the tournament is comfortable, so that makes me comfortable. We have 8 teams confirmed already on the schedule. Our schedule has been approved by headquarters, and we have 2 teams still trying to get here, which we are working feverishly to do and help them do. Well,
the Caribbean qualifying tournament will bring the top 11, 12-year-olds here to Grand Bahama for a regional tournament, and the reason is this. On the line, a trip to Williamsport, Pennsylvania for the Little World Series.
Most of the top class teams out of the Caribbean is going to be to this tournament. So when you look at competition, I think it's going to be very, very stiff and very good. The teams that couldn't make it and has confirmed that they couldn't make it are basically on the low end of the scale. But those guys who come in like your Curacao, the Arubas, and Puerto Rico, sorry. These are the guys that, has already won World Series and stuff like that. So to come in, to be a part of this tournament, especially wanting to come to this country and making this tournament, I think the caliber is going to be. It's going to be something very, very important and I think exciting.
And it's going to be a wonderful event. And I got to say to Carrie O. Stewart, your daddy, Kevin Stewart, do not like the Miami Heat. He is a New York Knicks fan, and he crying about Carmelo Anthony. Boy, listen, you're all in trouble. That's Sports Tonight.